Yo, what up? We still here.
We are so still here. If
Yes,
you
we are.
only knew.
Production problems, but we're here.
We're trying different angles this week, so
yeah.
bear with us, okay?
Yeah, I'm trying to get this camera thing right.
Okay, so who are you again?
I'm King Fray.
And I am JB Fray.
Yep.
And of course we are...
We still here.
We still here. Okay, so listen, we want to do a little bit of left this week. This week we're going to discuss streetwear.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and why everyone loves it so much. Do you want to take the floor first?
Why does everybody love streetwear so much? There's sneaker drops every week, t-shirts, hoodies, trinkets, lighters, all types of shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know, what is the obsession with it, and is it even still the lore of the past? You know what I'm saying? Like streetwear in the 80s, the 90s, even the early 2000s. Is it still the same? You know what I mean? Do you have a problem with multi-billionaire brands selling these products when it's supposed to be counterculture? You know what I mean? So what do you think?
Wow, you said a lot there.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't even thinking about any of those things.
Okay.
Like, I was trying to go back in my mind to what I feel like streetwear represents. And you used the word already, but I'm going to use it again.
Okay.
I definitely believe that streetwear represents counterculture.
Yeah.
And just in case you're not aware, which I'm sure you're aware of anyway if you're listening to us. So, you know, it's surfing, skateboarding, hip hop, right?
Yeah.
And we've always said there's like this element of punk. I don't want to disregard punk at all.
Yeah.
So those four elements are like, I would like to say, the four pillars of streetwear.
Yeah.
Right? So that's all counterculture, which I think is amazing because it's what has made up streetwear. Now, I go back to streetwear to a time when it was about backpackers, okay? So I was definitely a backpacker, and I still have lots of backpacker spirit.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say why I love streetwear, regardless, or as we say in the hood, irregardless, regardless of billion-dollar companies acquiring these small streetwear brands, right, and turning them into a Nike brand or something like that.
Yeah.
Regardless of that, I love it because of the counterculture aspect.
Yeah.
I love it because of the niche. I'm a niche girl. I like things that are exclusive. I love things that are niche, and I know that streetwear does that for people.
Yeah.
Like for me, you know, as you know, I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
So sneakers for me at this point in my life and my career, that other career that we're moving out of, they're like high heels to me. So my high heels are like exclusive. Like, you know, you hear me walking down the hallway, I'm coming, I'm teaching, I'm doing my thing. So now when I wear a pair of kicks, as my husband calls them, a pair of kicks, this guy, I feel like they've taken up the high heel status for me.
Yeah.
And that whole thing for me is a concept of the niche, right? The exclusivity. I love being a little bit oddbally, off the wally, you know, different from everybody else in that sense. So that's why I love streetwear. I love the colors. I love the patterns. I love the strikingness. I'm a hip hop girl at heart, so I love that too. What do you love?
Listen, man, t-shirts, hoodies, sneakers, and jeans. You know, that's my look, man. You know what I mean?
Okay.
From the early 90s, that's when I really took it in with buying that FUBU sweatshirt, getting that Carcanine, even Supreme. I've waited online before. I'm not ashamed to say it. I've been online for the drop. You know what I mean? Not a lot, but I've done it. You know what I mean? Now you don't got to do it anymore. You order online and it comes shipped to you. You know what I'm saying? This is the latest thing. I just bought it this weekend. And my thing I gotta ask you is, this hoodie cost me about altogether with taxes and shipping, close to $200.
I don't even think they can see the hoodie.
This is the hoodie.
Keep talking while I'm opening it.
You
I'm
open
cracking
it
it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Right.
Supreme.
Beautiful
Beautiful workmanship.
Beautiful hoodie.
Okay, go ahead. What's your beef?
Counterculture symbols on the back, you know, peace, attitudes, activities. I'm sorry.
Elevation.
Elevation.
All the stuff we believe in.
All the stuff we believe in, right?
Okay.
My thing is, who is that for? Is it for the kid on the street that is trying to? Because right now, I would say counterculture right now is trying to fight for Black lives, trying to fight for lesbian rights, gay rights, along that lines, economic disparity. Is Supreme with this $200 hoodie? Do they still represent that?
Oh, Supreme, don't be mad at me because I love you and I have your stickers in my classroom.
Yeah.
But currently, with all of that going on, I don't see it as accessible. I still see it as a niche.
Yeah.
I still see it as counterculture, if you will. Exclusive.
Yeah.
But I don't see it as accessible. I think a lot of streetwear, modern day streetwear within the last 5-10 years, it is not accessible, which is weird because the whole concept of streetwear started with young people who couldn't afford Bloomingdale's, or
Louis
Vuittons and the big brands, the small brands to big brands. It wasn't something that surfers and skateboarders and entry-level hip-hoppers could afford, right? So we had to just make our way with our own t-shirts that had flair and our own baggy jeans that had flair. We had to build that. So I don't think it is as accessible as it used to be. But I also think that's because it has grown up with its audience.
True.
Its audience
is older now.
So they got money now, so they can buy stuff now.
They think they're still appealing to the younger kids, but those kids can't afford it unless,
they afford pieces.
They afford pieces.
Like socks.
Yeah.
Sunglasses, a hat.
Yeah.
A really cheap.
Yeah.
T-shirt. Or not cheap. I don't want to say cheap, but an affordable price T-shirt.
Or the suburban kids who got parents who can
do this sweatshirt. Right.
You know what I mean? Now, does the resale game bother you? Were people just buying to resell?
Resale game totally bothers me.
Okay.
Gets on my last nerve.
Why?
Because it does something to the market when you have people who go out and buy all the niche factor.
Buy 10 of these hoodies.
Buy 10 of the hoodies.
Yeah.
And then sells them for $2,000 a pop.
Yeah.
Just so they could sell it for $2,000 a pop. It's like they're raping the culture. I mean, people rape everything anyway, but it's like they're raping the essence. They're taking the essence out of what streetwear really is. Streetwear really isn't about that, even though it has become capitalistic and marketable and all of those things. Those are beautiful. I'm not mad at that. I like my money. But I don't like the raping of what it is. I don't like the resale concept of it. We're not selling homes here.
No.
What we're selling is passion and desire and drive, and as you keep saying, the counterculture.
And it genuinely takes away from the people who actually just want to wear it. They can't. It's not accessible anymore to the regular person.
Even less
accessible.
Yeah.
Because on top of the companies not making a lot of the product to make it on demand, people are buying 10, 15 a pop.
Yeah.
So nobody can have it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Driving up prices. And you got resellers who are even buying sneakers and not even making money off of it.
Right. You've showed me that before.
Yeah, they're buying $200 sneakers and selling it for $250.
But I think they do that just so they could say they've done it. See, but therein lies the issue with everything, right? Because the reality is those people are doing it to say, well, I'm able to sell them sneakers. I bought them, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just clout. It's like for the clout.
So you think streetwear has become kind of a clout-chasing culture?
Yes. Yes, and you have to be careful.
Yeah.
You have to be careful because that can hurt the culture of streetwear. Much how hip-hop has its issues because it's been raped as well. So now it's all about money, money, money. So the messages are different. The visuals are different. The ideas are different. So you have to kind of be careful with streetwear in a sense. You know what I mean?
So we know that hip-hop and black culture has been driving streetwear for the past
20 years.
20 years. Let's just say 20, 25 years. Do you think it gets enough credit
no
in the industry?
No, I think it's like hidden credit. I think it's like hidden credit. And I say that because Louis Vuitton hired Virgil Abloh, which is mind-boggling to me. Even though he comes from Camp Kanye, I'm not mad at Camp Kanye, and I'm not mad at Camp Kanye either. But I don't know if he has enough street cred for me to say that he's bringing the concept of streetwear to Louis Vuitton. I never like any of his pieces.
Yeah.
I'm never like, oh, I want that. Oh, I want those sneakers. I mean, you bought me those sneakers, right? Those off-white sneakers.
I'll take them out.
He's cracking them out. He bought me these sneakers, right? The Converse, right?
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, so I have those. Right? I have another pair too.
You have another pair. You have another pair.
But I'm not I'm not impressed. Yeah. I've worn them twice, but like I said, it's my exclusive game, so I would wear them twice. But I just don't. I think that's messy, not giving hip hop and black culture on a whole enough credit, because you know, the concept of the massive streetwear that we see now is from Japan, you would say, right?
I would say right now it's the South Koreans. The Koreans are really
okay. That's where it is now.
It's where it is now,
right? Yeah. But it was hip hop that was the driving force and sound that brought this whole counterculture streetwear to the Japanese and made it explode. You know? Yeah, I just agree. From the Wu-Tang Clan, let's not get it twisted. Traveling overseas and showing people what they're like, and then people loving it. Yeah. So, what are your favorite brands?
Oddly enough, I still love Supreme. You know what I mean? Probably they're my favorite brand. I love Nike. You know what I'm saying? People won't say Nike. You don't think Nike streetwear? I don't
feel like Nike's streetwear. I think Nike has a lot of money to buy streetwear and make streetwear.
Okay. They market a lot. You know what? I love Brain Dead too. I like what they do.
Is that the cactus plant?
No. Cactus plant. Cactus plant. Flea market. CPFM. Dope brand. They are dope. No, Brain Dead, they have like the exploding brain, crazy sign. You say you like it, don't like it. Palace, great companies, man, making great products. I cannot take it away from them. So those are kind of they're big, but they're still kind of counterculturist because they haven't been pimped out. Those smaller companies. The only company people will complain about is Supreme because they are owned by a mega company. You know what I mean?
They are owned by a mega company, but if you go to their website today, they are one of the most streetwear brands out there. Yes. Between the colors, between the font, between how they dress their models, it's real for them. Like, I think even though, you know, they've people gotta eat. Identity a lot. People gotta eat. Yeah, listen, we don't make things and go to work just so that people could go, you're original. Yeah. No, you work so you could drive a beautiful car and live in a beautiful house, right? So I'm not mad at that. As long as you stay real, right? As long as you stay authentic, I'm okay with that.
So where you think it's headed?
Well, we did some research today before we had this conversation. What is it,
Hypebeast had a good article.
Couple of articles, couple of videos. We did some research. So I think it's growing. I think there's still growth because the youth underneath us, right? The we still hearers, the ones behind us, love it. And people like Russell Simmons have created a pocket where you can wear streetwear to work. Right? Yeah. So I see it as only growing. Only because people want to be more of themselves out in the world, right? So wearing a nice pair of kicks and a nice pair of khaki pants and a sweatshirt, you could still look clean. Yeah. It's like, you know what it feels like? It feels like it's becoming the new Americana.
Yes. Yeah. I agree. I love my streetwear, man. Still gonna buy my sneakers. Gonna be on the sneaker app waiting for the drop. Still buying stuff for my wife. You know what I mean? We still gonna kill them.
And let's not forget, we're creating our own streetwear brand.
It's called Trinity.
Right.
Getting it started, and you'll see it coming to you.
So let us know what you think about streetwear. Let us know what your favorites are in streetwear. I love sneakers. I'm a sneaker girl. Oh, and I love sweatshirts.
Yes.
Because I could wear some really funky slacks, a skirt.
Yeah.
I
if
could
you
kill
got
it.
your own brand, let me see it, man.
Yeah, let's see what you
drop
got.
a link.
Yeah.
Drop your artwork.
Yeah.
Because artwork is a big thing. Is artwork streetwear? Like, do you consider KAWS part of the streetwear movement?
I feel like he is part of it in the sense that he is like there's a word I'm looking for, that he's like an extension of it, right? Yeah. So I feel like he can be a part of it, but I feel like he's an extension because he's art. So we take his art and we put it on the shirts, and the sweatshirts, and the hats, and blah blah blah. See, now he makes things affordable because we have I don't know. I don't buy the stuff.
I'm talking about his artwork.
Oh, his artwork.
Well, I just bought a KAWS piece the other day, waiting for them to ship it.
Yeah.
Can you please hurry? What did it cost me? It cost me $400.
Okay, don't be naming prices. What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry, my bad.
Come on.
I'm sorry, but it was an art piece. But think about it, art piece for less than $1,000 is pretty good.
I don't like to talk value money. I like to just talk about what I like. That's not my conversation. Yeah. But I will say, art is always counterculture. Yeah. So I will say art is a part of streetwear forever because art, since the inception of painting and drawing and writing, has always been about the people.
Andy Warhol.
So I accept it as streetwear only because art is always counterculture.
You know what? It just came to me too. Do you think hair is an extension of streetwear?
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm wearing blonde hair right now.
Yeah.
I love it. Right?
So Estelle's hair, lipstick, nails,
my purple lips. All of it is counterculture.
All of it.
All of it is people trying to be their pure self, like what they feel in their heart, and all of that is counterculture and different from the rest of the rhythm. Yeah. Right? Which is why I really do think black culture drives it all.
Right now, definitely. Skate too. You know what I mean?
Yes,
skate
the freedom
too.
Of skateboarding.
Skate's there.
Yeah.
Skate has a heavy influence. Surf is kind of coming back, but more like the shorts, surf shorts.
Yeah, because you wore them this summer.
But I definitely think hip hop and skate are the biggest influence in streetwear.
Yeah. And you know what? Like Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory, whatever. He's a little bit of streetwear too. Like,
he has the ethos, man. Creating your own thing, your lifestyle brand,
right?
From the bottom up, man. Gotta give him
props. What is that? Triple X Games. What is that? What are those people called?
I forget.
Extreme Sports. There you go. They're a part of streetwear too.
Yeah, all of it.
They're definitely a part of streetwear. So I want to shout them out. I don't want to leave them out of the conversation.
Yeah. You're right.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you for joining us. If you like it, please say you like it. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe.
And in the ethos of streetwear, if you don't like it, fuck you.
Oh, shit.
Peace.
Deuces. See you next time.